Alexa, stop. Honestly, I'm just sharing this with people. Where's the devil emoji? Don't think anyone will be here yet, but hello to the second channel. Tweet that, and then let's Discord share as well. The fuck is this? All right, let's get the chat ready. Oh fuck. I didn't realise the chat was already here. I was just sharing some stuff on Twitter. Hey everyone, hey Nadette, thanks for joining. Nadette, I actually watched your video about this today. about the tokenization video as well. Strangely enough, that you would appear now. It's all done Outraged, yeah, for sure. Hey Speaker Kitty, hey King Cyrus. Oh, Katie, I 100% quitting any. I 100% support quitting any job. Why do you nearly quit? Anti-SJW tears the drink. Bisexual power. Yep, for sure. Like it's actually cool to see. If I'm being honest, like it's cool to see a character who's like specifically like bisexual as like a man, but then obviously I think that I believe are in a gay relationship, which is something you don't actually really see much, because when like you talk about like bisexual comic book characters, it's either like bisexual women in straight relationships or in gay relationships, but you don't really get that much with the men, especially taking a character like, obviously it's not like, you know, Clark Kent and stuff, but you know, pretty much. I just laugh at the comments. Hey Cav, hey Jack. So you pick your nose? I don't think I would have done that on stream. Yeah, imagine saying we don't want sexuality discussed in our comics, then going, but it's okay for MJ and Spidey. Yeah, Nadette, I was actually thinking about this when I was watching your video. It's like these characters, first of all, like the main characters, like Peter Parker, Clark Kent, they've been around for so long. It's kind of like being outraged about, like, obviously, like Denzel Washington being Black Macbeth and stuff. It's just so fucking, like, bizarre that this character has been done so... And the thing is with comic books as well, there's just so many different versions of the same character. Like, you're okay with Superman and Batman being set in, like, Stalin's Russia, but you're not okay with Batman's, what is it, his, like... Is it his son? Or is it something like that? Being bisexual. It's just very strange. The only main bisexual male is Constantine. Usually males are not represented. The only one I've seen is Loki in like the MCU, but it's just like a throwaway line about him having like princes. Oh, that's why someone picked my nose. I'm itching my nose. I hate it. You hate what? Tim is not his son. Who is it then? It's this not Tim. It's Joe. Joe Kent, not Tim Kent. Oh, one sec. Who's Tim? It says John or Joe. It says John Kent. Mo. Someone, I didn't actually see it when he tweeted me because I have him muted just because he kept popping up on my thread. I also have my notifications generally muted for people who don't follow me. So I didn't actually see it, but then, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. And the main reason I don't want to talk about it, Ben, so basically, for context, people, yeah, I made that video last week about Dylan Burns' and Hassan's like Taiwan takes, and I think Dylan Burns streamed himself watching it. And he asked me if I wanted to talk about it. I just didn't reply. Basically, I've said like lots of times, I don't really want to get into this whole like Twitch drama culture. And even though he framed it like a good faith conversation, I've watched a couple of his debates and they just really turn into quite toxic things. I also think he's a bit of a clout chaser as well. Not that he wants to talk to me for clout, but just generally I feel like he is. And also, one more thing. This is okay. Tell me if you guys know people like this, right? I get the vibe from someone like him is that because I criticize something he says, he has to confront me and tell me why I'm wrong and why he's right. Do you get those people who, when you talk about something, like they feel like they have to like assert their dominance on you and tell you why you're wrong, basically? Like you can't just have an opinion. They've got to like enforce their view on you. I get that vibe. Like I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but basically like they can't handle that my take wasn't like theirs, and they've got to correct me. Basically, I don't know if people ever experience stuff like that. So yeah, I don't want to discuss this. And the thing is, like, I'd make a few exceptions for talking about this sort of stuff on other channels. And he is not the exception. So, and to be honest as well, like I just don't have the mental energy, and also I'm just really busy all the time, and our time zones don't really match up. So I got loads of stuff to do this week, so I haven't really got time to do this. And you can say I'm dodging it or whatever, but I've made clear what I think about criticizing other people's content. I just see it as you put it out, I can criticize it. I don't owe you a debate on it or anything like that. And you can make your video, you can stream yourself watching my take, you can respond. I'm not saying he's forcing me to, talk to him about anything, but I'm just saying, like, you don't, in my mind, when you criticize another YouTuber, you don't owe them a conversation about why you criticize them. It's the same with The Amazing Atheist. Like, I obviously made that big video on him, and then he live streamed himself watching it. He didn't obviously offer to talk to me, but then if he did, I wouldn't take him up on it either. So I'm reading some more comments. Sorry, I missed some. Fair, no one's owned a convo. Yeah, I just can't be... There's a big element of I just can't be bothered. People would rather see Superman as a fascist dictator in the Injustice comics than his son be comfortable with his sexuality and love another man. Yeah, that's like pretty much what they're okay with. Katie's saying, you're talking about how bad the store was. The store looks because we don't have the time and energy to clean, but they don't want to protect the girls at the front desk with the screen thingy. So they just like, it's basically like you just don't wear masks and shit like that. Did you get into a massive argument about it? That sounds shitty though. You've already told me a bunch of stuff which sounds shit anyway. I disagree with your China opinions, but I totally agree with your anti-SJW stuff. Okay. Are we talking about Spy Superman? I saw Clownfish TV react to this, so dumb. Yeah. Robin is Tim. Yeah, we're talking about Tim Drake is what people think we're saying. Alright, how many people got in the chat before we just start talking about this stuff? 62. The real fans are the people who watch me play Tetris at the weekend. Emperor Dank saying, I was talking to my dad about this, and he mentioned all the people who are getting mad over this don't read the latest Superman comics, but people who do, like myself, don't care. That seems to be the thing with a lot of comic book stuff, is that the people who are most mad about everything are obviously the people who don't actually care about it. I think I've spoken about this loads of times that I think these people don't even like this stuff. And I don't know how many of you guys watched my video yesterday about District 9 supposedly going woke, or The Matrix going woke. It's just so ridiculous. And the thing is, like, I used to be more convinced that it was like grifting that made their ignorance like a lot more, but I just think a lot of them are just fucking stupid. So I'm just checking out something. All right. Tetris Glory Tanker Leader, the People's Republic of YouTube, Kavernacle. Yeah, I challenge anyone to show me they're better at Tetris than me. But basically, obviously, this guy who used to play Superman has something to say. This guy's super conservative, and he was already complaining. I think he was complaining about Captain America going woke with Falcon the Winter Soldier. So let's read. Actually, let's just. How many of you are there? Right? I'm gonna start. 69. Oh, great. All right, like the live stream if you're here. Help get some more visibility on this. How does this guy even know my fucking name? Do I know this fucking person? Sorry, someone's called me by my real name online, and I was just thinking, like, who the fuck is this person? Like, I don't normally say my real name to anyone, but all right. Tongue twister warning. I hope the Kavernacle does a rebuttal to Dylan Burns' rebuttal Dylan did the other day on Twitch about Kavernacle video in Taiwan. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm kind of done with all that shit now. I just spoke about this about like 5 minutes ago. Kate saying, I got into a near argument with this little work today after she spent all day bullying my co-workers. Yeah, like there's not. The thing is, I said this to my friend the other day. We were just talking about work stuff. I said, you can have the perfect job and you can really enjoy it. All it takes is one bad co-worker or a bad manager to just totally ruin your whole work. It's just, you can have your dream job and it can just be ruined by awful people. My real name is easy to find. I mean, I know where it is public, but I didn't think it was that easy. But I don't give a shit, really. Alright. Let me test this quick. I can't find it if I type it in. Anyway, let's get started. Cav-marks. Kavernacle doesn't get into debates because he win every single one. All right, so let's get into this then. So if you guys have not seen this, just the BBC reporting. DC Comics revealed the latest Superman character is bisexual. DC Comics have announced that its latest Superman, John Kent, will be bisexual. In its next comic book issue, due for release in November, John will be pictured in a same-sex relationship with his friend Jay Nakamura. The storyline is part of Superman, Son of Kal-El, a series following John as he takes on the mantle of Superman from his father Clark Kent. DC Comics made the announcement on National Coming Out Day, an annual LGBT Awareness Day started in the US. Since the series was released in July, John has already fought wildfires caused by climate change, scuppered a high school shooting, and protested against the deportation of refugees. In an earlier issue, John struck up a friendship with Jay. To DC Comics said the pair will become romantically involved in the upcoming fifth issue after John mentally and physically burns out from trying to save everyone he can. Series writer Tom Taylor told the BBC when he was first offered the job, he pondered what Superman should be today. It struck me that it would be a real missed opportunity if we replaced Clark Kent with another straight white saviour. To his surprise, before he could pitch the idea of John being bisexual, he was told that DC Comics was already mulling the idea. There's been a real shift over the last few years. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, this would have been more difficult, but I think things have shifted in a really welcome way. We have people saying they read this news today and burst into tears. People saying they never thought in their life they could be able to see themselves in Superman, literally the most powerful superhero in the comics. You always have people who will use the old line of don't put politics into comics, forgetting that every single comic book story has always been political in some way. People don't realise that the Marvel comic series X-Men was an analogy for the civil rights movement. We tried to bring those people with us, but we're writing for people who will hopefully see the Superman and say this Superman is like me, the Superman is fighting for things that concern me. Can you really imagine being really outraged about this? Like, seriously, I like how the writer just outlined pretty clearly how he feels about this stuff. Like people constantly, point out, literally every piece of media with just a normal story sometimes set in our world is political in some form or another. You have to be really hard. You have to be like Ubisoft and try and just have this really centrist take on everything where you basically say nothing, but even that is still political. Quick break before we get into Cain. I just sent my tweet to one of my friends. It just made me laugh. So you know how I'm like a big Sigma male, basically. Here's my philosophy in life. So if you ever wonder how I win so much, it's because of this. I don't hate on nobody. I stay in my lane. I hustle, and most importantly, I pray. Now, who do I pray to? Thank you for asking. Someone asked. I pray. I pray to Elon. Speaking of Elon, tomorrow's video hopefully is going to be about crypto bros. We've done every sort of like boo. So now we're going to be doing crypto boos, crypto bros. So let's go to the next story of this quick. Sorry. Just I don't know what's wrong with me. Dean Cain slams Superman coming out as bisexual. It isn't bold or brave. They said it's a bold new direction. I say they're bandwagoning. The 55-year-old actor told Fox and Friends Tuesday, Robin just came out as bi. Who's really shocked about that one? The new Captain America is gay. My daughter in Supergirl, where I played the father, was gay. So I don't think it's bold or brave or some crazy new direction. If I had done this 20 years ago, perhaps it would have been bold or brave. Brave would have been him fighting for the rights of gay people in Iran. Will they throw you off the building for being gay? They're talking about him fighting climate change and the deportation of refugees, and he's dating a hacktivist, whatever a hacktivist is. Why don't they have him fight the injustices that created the refugees whose deportation he's protesting? So the US government, maybe? That would be brave, I'd read that. Or fighting for the rights of women to attend school and have the ability to work and live, and boys not to be raped by men under the new Taliban. That is a very strange thing. He's mentioned the boys being raped by the Taliban. It was literally the Afghan army backed by the US who used to do that. It's actually one of the only good things the Taliban do is actually ban the practice of these young boy sex slaves and stuff. There's real evil in this world today, real corruption and government overreach, plenty of things to fight against, human trafficking, real and actual slavery going on. It'd be great to tackle those issues. So this is something conservatives always do, and Ben Shapiro does it a lot. It's that you can't be a feminist or just an equality activist in a country like in the United States, because in somewhere else like Iran, it's way more like visible discrimination, right? It's not as like, I guess, not subtle for a lot of people. It's not as like in terms of like the dialogue and the rhetoric, but you know, you're gonna tell me there's not violence against people from the LGBT community in America? And if this comic book is set in America, you're not gonna have Superman flying off and saving like the LGBT community in Iran. He already acknowledged, the writer, like Superman traditionally is this like white savior, and now changing him up a bit, making him bisexual in a gay relationship. But yeah, it's just this stupid logic that you basically can't criticize the country you're in because it's worse somewhere else. But it's always going to be, there's always going to be somewhere worse. Even if every other country but Iran was some sort of utopia, maybe near utopia, or maybe just, you know, as good for equal rights as a Western country or something. It's just like, there's always going to be somewhere worse. You can't just keep saying, tackle those issues, tackle those issues. And what's wrong with all this stuff, like in terms of fight climate change, that's actually the biggest threat to human existence. Deportation of refugees, well, why are we deporting refugees, right? Refugees have the right to seek asylum. Let's keep going. I've always said everyone needs heroes and everyone deserves to see themselves in the heroes. I know this is the guy I just had talking, the writer. Superman's symbol has always stood for hope and truth and justice. Today the symbol represents something more. Today more people can see themselves in the most powerful superhero in the comics. He also told the New York Times, the idea of replacing Clark Kent with another straight... Yeah, that's what I already read out actually. Okay, so I read that out. But yeah, basically this point here I find pretty ridiculous. Is like, what, Superman's just got to like never be solving issues in his own country? I find that pretty ridiculous. Since also the character has always been doing that. Katie, thanks so much for the donation. Super appreciate that. And then Checkmarks, Bisexual King. Is Checkmarks like related to Chet Hanks? But yeah, appreciate the donation. Wait, I haven't read any comments in a bit though. Wait, people saying my name's Chet. My name's not Chet. Chet is such an American name. Sorry, one sec. Fox News. Oh, is this the Fox News clip I'm talking about, isn't it? Yeah. The pink hair is a twist of the knife. It is quite pink. So Jack Lucas saying Super Sun is actually a pretty good run at the least at the start. They have a good characterization to Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent, characters that previously existed in the shadow of their mentor. Wasn't it rumored that like the new Arkham game was going to be about Damian Wayne? Isn't Damian Wayne Talia al Ghul's son and Bruce's? Nathan saying, why is a character being gay bi even considered political? How is it political? Yeah, it is strange, isn't it? It's like diversity is inherently political. Well, all things are political. At the same time, it's like, yeah, of course, you probably have to have you shouldn't, but you have to have a certain political leaning to even include this stuff, right? You have to be more progressive, more left leaning, because being conservative is about upholding the status quo. If you're upholding the status quo, traditionally in a place like America, that's about like this nuclear family, man and wife having, you know, the relationship, having the children, everything. So having Superman be bisexual in a gay relationship doesn't fit into that. So that's their politics informing that. So that's, you know, it's not really political just to have diversity necessarily in terms of like, it is in a way, but like, you know what I mean? It's not like having some scathing commentary on anything just because they include this. Imagine if someone says that Rorschach is a white supremacist. Um, isn't doesn't Rorschach literally inspire, like in the show which I've watched, he inspires white supremacists because his writings are so unhinged. He inspires this white supremacist militia group. That's the problem. They want full blown escapism with literally no tethers to the real world. Yeah, and that's what my video yesterday was on. It's like, how can anyone say, "Oh, District 9 is going woke. I love the first one." Like, come on, come on. I refuse to believe there are so many stupid people that they're like, yeah, I love the first District 9. That massive story about this alien, all these aliens experiencing xenophobia, and obvious parallels to like, certain refugees or apartheid South Africa. I love that one that totally wasn't woke. I'm so sad that the director now said he's going to be doing one based on American politics. But yeah, you're right. They want the full-blown escapism without anything to do with the real world, but that's just not the way it works. Stay humble, yeah. Always staying humble. True grind set. Ubisoft, Far Cry 6 isn't political, even though you're overthrowing, not Cuba, again, not political. Far Cry 6, okay, I've been playing Far Cry 6, and I actually really like it. In terms of the world's really fun. I generally like Ubisoft games. But I think, one thing is, I think a lot of lefties are assuming it's actually about Cuba today, and it pretty much in Ubisoft fashion, it really isn't saying anything. The only thing I could say possibly with links to Cuba, that in the game, the regime are creating the world's first, like, cure to cancer, right? The only thing I could draw parallels with Cuba is that people often accuse Cuba of sending doctors abroad for propaganda. Again, I probably wouldn't agree with that anyway, but like in the sense of sending doctors around the world to help people doesn't sound like the worst thing, even if it was propaganda. But in my mind, Far Cry 6's politics are pretty much like liberal revolution, taking the aesthetics of like real revolution and boiling it down to like, we want free elections and free speech or some shit like that. That's what the revolutionary leader says. But the actual dictator, in my mind, he's the guy who plays him, the guy who's like that guy from Breaking Bad and The Mandalorian, forgot his name. He said it's inspired by like people like Fidel Castro and Hitler. I don't see either of them in this guy. He just reminds me of like Pinochet or Batista or Somoza, these typical right-wing fasci Latin American dictators. I really don't see Fidel Castro in there, and I don't see Fidel Castro in any of this game. Now, one person did say they're Cuban, they appreciate how this game is influenced by Cuba, but I don't really see the politics of contemporary Cuba, apart from the embargo on this country, is the only thing. And like the cars are all like 1950s and stuff like that. That's where I see it. So read some more stuff. Cav trying to indoctrinate us into worshipping Elon. No, I could never do that. I agree with that. Have Superman actually fight the cause of these problems. So yeah, have Superman beat the president to a pulp. Yeah, exactly. America is the cause of many of these problems, including like, it's their policies towards Iran which created the Iranian government essentially. How about Superman fights my boss? Yeah, Superman fights bosses and landlords. Yeah, Little Fox, Superman specifically to me is not a very compelling character because he's too boring in the sense that he's just so powerful. Whereas at least I understand Batman a bit more, even though I think Batman's problematic in his own way. Smith Black saying, I think you underestimate how dumb Americans are. Americans can watch Happy Feet and not see how it's an obvious atheist film. I mean, maybe because I watched Happy Feet when I was young. That's not the message I necessarily took from Happy Feet. But I guess it has that theme of like, like meeting these like god characters, which are just humans and everything. Going back up to where I was reading from. Sorry, just trying to pick up the chat where I left off. Nice glasses, you look cute, boy. These ones are my old glasses. They're really scratched, but I just hate, because basically the glasses that I used to wear, my brother stepped on them, so they're broke. So I got these ones, but I just don't like the way they look, because basically my old glasses used to have no frame, so I like them a lot better. So I wear them when I'm editing, but I don't like the way they look. So just because we're streaming, I prefer the way these ones look. Some reading more shit. Oh, I'm on top chat. I'm really sorry if I've missed stuff. I'm on top chat, which is not the best. Live chat's so much better. Superman is the original SJW. Red Sun. That's the only one I'd care to read. Red Sun does look cool. You should do a video about Ireland. If it ever comes up in the news again, I will. Honestly, original Chet was you, but Checkmarks is such a good name for a baby gay, so it's Little Fox's baby. Why is Chet... I don't understand. Why am I called Chet? Is this like a meme in America or something? But Checkmarks, that's not a bad name, to be honest. Shame they cancelled the Arkham of Damien. Yeah, that would have been cool. The Suicide Squad game looks dumb, and that Arkham, whatever it's called, Gotham Knights, looks kind of shit. Rorschach is a reactionary fascist. Well, that's what he inspired in the TV show. What am I going to do next? What make Watchmen political? Yeah, I've made a whole video about Watchmen, Zack Snyder, and why conservatives love this stuff without either understanding it or like even comprehending what it's trying to say. Yeah, so the people talking about the Cuban medical stuff in the chat, but that's the only link I can really get with Fidel Castro, maybe. Question, please. With respect to the Irish, what is the best way to call England, Scotland, Wales, and both islands? Yeah, I guess the British Isles is what you'd call it. But of course, the UK and Great Britain is all of them, and Northern Ireland, not Republic, and yeah. But yeah, pretty much what you said is fine, I think. But I don't think anyone really talk. And yeah, unless you're describing it in a bit more abstract terms, people say British Isles, I guess. Is the game colonialist propaganda? I wouldn't say so. Far Cry, Ubisoft don't really take, unless it's Watch Dogs. The thing is, Ubisoft are so fucking strange. It's like, they'll have Watch Dogs Legion, which is like one of the most political games I've ever played, and then they'll have something like Far Cry 5, which is literally saying nothing. Have I been to Cuba? No, I want to go one day. Sorry for off topic. Is there anyone who can defeat the cringe Jordan Peterson? I mean, I can, I guess. I think I already have, basically. Cab actually do a video on the politics of Irish Americans would be interesting. Yeah, that would be a more interesting angle, like why Irish Americans so conservative. Yeah, Grady, I made a whole video about all those people who work for Bush and Trump. Yeah, like they're all pretty awful people. Yeah, they are going to show off Gotham Knights. I mean, I think Arkham City is literally one of the best games of all time, like no joke. Arkham Knight was very disappointing for me. Arkham Asylum was a good start, but these new ones, like, who the fuck, like, honestly, who plays the Arkham trilogy and thinks, what I want these guys to make next is a Suicide Squad game? Like, come on, are they fucking serious? Like, you make these very, very serious games, especially with Arkham City, like a really good narrative and everything, like quite heavy stuff you're dealing with, like great acting, with like Mark Hamill as a Joker, and obviously bringing back like the animated cast from the old 90s cartoon. And what, you think we want like dumb Harley Quinn running around with a baseball bat saying ridiculous? I literally, can someone describe to me what is the obsession with the Suicide Squad? I think it is literally the fucking most boring concept and the dumbest thing, the most overdone thing. How can you get invested in characters that are all either insane or just so fucking evil? There is no dimension to their character. Like, what is the obsession with Harley Quinn? I think it's like literally she's made for Halloween costumes in cosplay. Like, I cannot see, especially the ones they've shown off. And she's been around. She's been in so many different films, but playing like a version, like the Margot Robbie one. She's been in like 3 different films, playing like a different version of the character every time. Like, there's no consistency there either. Um, yeah, Anna Moore imagined who Batman would be in real life, and that's Rorschach. Yeah, exactly. Julian, what do I think about the new Battlefield game? Yeah, I'm so disappointed with the new Battlefield game. I didn't play it, but I read they removed so many features from the game. You can't suppress enemies with fire anymore. You can't. I don't think you can have a bipod on your machine gun. You can't climb over walls. You can't build stuff. There's no classes. I made a big comment on this on the game subreddit, but they've literally it's how like capitalism ruins video games, right? So Battlefield is like historic brand, right? Like it's a beloved franchise, and unlike Call of Duty, people don't need Battlefield every year to keep playing it. People still play Battlefield 3, which came out 10 years ago. People still play Bad Company, which came out nearly 12 years ago. People still play Battlefield 1. People still play Battlefield 5. You don't really get that with many other multiplayer games. But what they've done, and I read a report about people leaking information, they've basically been wanting to chase the Warzone crowd. So they've essentially stripped back everything to make it more simplistic and make it more like Call of Duty. And I'm just reading it, I'm like, why the fuck did they do this? But that's why I think capitalism ruins video games, because Battlefield, if you released a new Battlefield as just Battlefield 4 with new stuff and 128 players, it would have made a shit ton of money. But it might not have made all the money. And that's what EA want. They want all the money. So it's like, we're going to cater to the more casual audience who play Warzone, and hopefully they stick around with Battlefield and this new like multiplayer only thing we got going on, where there's no classes. It seems like there is not even incentive on team play. You guys will know, if you play Battlefield, you can literally be good at Battlefield without killing people. Like, I've played in games where medics have come top and they've killed like 2 people in like an hour match because they're just reviving people and giving people health. I always like playing support gunner, where I am pretty good at killing people, but I like hanging back, giving ammo, and suppressing people, like Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5. They're my best classes. And also in games like Battlefield 1, the meta of the class system is so good because you have like the assault class who have the SMG, but in Battlefield 1, because it's World War 1 guns, the SMG literally has no range, and you have the medic who is like medium range, and you have the LMG gunner who's a bit more long range, and then you have the sniper obviously. But it's good because also you can identify them, so you're like, oh, I know that guy running at me is the assault class, so he can't get me from that distance, he has to close the distance, meaning I have this advantage for like a couple seconds or whatever. So, you know, capitalism in terms of like gaming, those of you who are old enough, you remember in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, every single game was chasing Call of Duty, and there were so many Call of Duty clones. Like, I think Homefront was the biggest one, where it's just like, this is a COD clone. And it's so obvious it's a COD clone. And every multiplayer shooter was basically trying to be Call of Duty. You had Halo and you had Call of Duty, and most people wanted to be Call of Duty. And it's ironic that actually Halo looks better than all of them this year, at least in terms of the multiplayer, and it's actually free to play, which is pretty crazy as well. So I'm probably going to play a bit of that. But yeah, I'm disappointed. I love Battlefield, and I was hyped for this new one, but it just looks like fucking garbage. So, and also, that's not to mention that it's running like shit, and they lied and said the beta was based on a build from like a couple months ago, but apparently it's actually last month's build. So I said it's Battlefield, not Battlefield 2042, it's Battlefield 2077. It's going to be Cyberpunk Part 2. Medic is so fun in Battlefield 1. Yeah, Battlefield 1 is probably my favourite shooter of all time, to be honest. Lee Enfield for the sniper, or Lebel, the French rifle, and the Russian LMG or the Browning for the support class. Yeah, no, that's saying about Harley Quinn. Some of us are not all saying or relate to her backstory, or even her bisexuality, or even her randomness. Yeah, the thing is with Harley Quinn, like, the interesting part I think to me about Harley Quinn is like the abusive relationship with the Joker. But I know they've touched on that a bit. Of course, loads of people like glorify it in the media about, like, you know, those stupid memes about, like, she was his queen, and God help anyone who disrespected his queen, or some shit like that. That's the interesting part. I think they did that on Birds of Prey, where she's like, I don't need no man and stuff. But for me, generally, like, what she's become is just like a very, very generic, like, quick wit, is that the right word? Like, having little catchphrases and banter. And the thing is, Suicide Squad is fun. Like, I haven't seen the James Gunn movie, but I'm sure it's good for, like, a fun time. Like, here's some fun, like, Rogues Gallery. But for, like, a video game franchise, like Suicide Squad, like, who asked for this? Who asked the people who made the Arkham trilogy, which is, like, you know, one of the best superhero video games of all time, most, you know, especially the second one. Like, very serious, you know, people die and it's sad and blah, blah, blah. And it also, like, appreciates how ridiculous some of the shit is as well. And then you're making games where I'm going to be playing as Killer Croc and that shark thing that Sylvester Stallone plays, and, like, come on. I don't want this. Margot Robbie is obviously very good looking, but the Bad Batch is better than Suicide Squad, because at least there's, like, some of those characters have an interesting either arc, like, you know, Crosshair. That was a good twist when you thought he was just actually no, I don't think Red Leader hasn't watched Bad Batch. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you've watched Bad Batch, the twist with Crosshair was nice. Anyway, so the best part about Battlefield is that it isn't Call of Duty. Yeah, exactly. That's the good part. Yes, Medal of Honor Warfighter. Although Medal of Honor, the first reboot, the multiplayer was done by DICE, who make Battlefield, and it was actually really fun. And who remembers in the beta, I don't know if anyone remembers this, you actually played as the Taliban. Like, it was called the Taliban. And then they changed it to Op 4, but oh shit, that game was fun, to be honest. Like, I actually enjoyed that. No, someone's saying late 2000s, early 2010s was a bad era of gaming. No, that was literally the golden age of gaming. If you could, if you asked me what I'd rather play for the rest of my life, would I rather play only game? This is like, would I rather have the world only play games from 2008 to 2012 for the rest of my life, as opposed to today? In terms of multiplayer, I'd say 100% 2008 to 2012. Like Modern Warfare 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Bad Company 2, which is my favourite shooter as well, Bad Company 2 Vietnam, GTA 4 online. Like, I know it was way more simplistic, but that was so much fucking fun. Gears of War 3, 2011. Like, that was the golden age for me personally. And gaming hasn't changed so much. Like, you were still in, like, your Xbox Live parties, you're playing co-op, you're playing multiplayer. Obviously games look better, but, you know, I've played loads of Halo this year. I've been playing Halo 2 online, Halo 1 online. It holds up. So I'd in terms of multiplayer today, I'm thinking of what I play. You know, pretty much I don't really have much time for multiplayer these days. The only game I'd miss is Tetris 99 and maybe Mario Kart 8. But yeah, those are the golden age. If anyone remembers it, anyone's old enough, like, that was the best for sure. Crosshair is Ray's father. That would be an interesting twist. But yeah, I won't spoil it for you. But there is a good twist. The Harlem Hellfighters triggered the chuds. Yeah, that's what, you know. There was so much outrage about Battlefield 1 when it came out as well. Yeah, every game in the 2010s. Who remembers BioShock 2 had online multiplayer? That's like what this. But the thing is, I laugh at that. But BioShock 2's multiplayer was actually really fun. So like that's like the weird thing that went on in this era is that every game had multiplayer, but a lot of them had very good multiplayers that just never took off. I'm trying to think of like what else I liked. I like Medal of Honor, not Warfight. I like the first one. It's multiplayer. I'm trying to think. There's a couple games, just like really random games, like Splinter Cell. Not Conviction, Blacklist. That was 2013 though. I think that had a good multiplayer. Um, yeah, a couple others, but like yeah, some of these tacked on multiplayer modes are actually pretty fun to be honest. Um, I'm excited for the new God of War. I mean, I've said about why I don't like God of War, and it's mainly that I feel like it's a linear game that was made into semi-open world, to its detriment. But I'm hyped for the new one. I just didn't really like the first one as much as people. You know, I give it like a 7 out of 10 probably. I also think just the theme of a you know parent child relationship was done better in something like God of War. God of War? No, Last of Us. So yeah, God of War 2 or whatever, Ragnarok, it will be good, I'm sure. I just don't care as much. That was the best time for games. Everything is broken now. And also, like, I'm not like an old man yells at cloud, but most games weren't broken. And Red Dead Redemption 1 online, that was sick as well. So, like, especially compared to the shit we get now, like, so much of this stuff was so good. Like, I wish someone could teleport me back to 2010, 2011, and just let me play all these games like online for as long as I want. Like Battlefield 3, Bad Company 2, GTA. Oh shit, I'd love that so much. It sucks when you're getting older because right, I can't think of the last online game that really like captured me the way they used to. And I know it's like associated with being young. I think Battlefield 1 was the last one where I'm like, I love this game. Like I love playing this game online. This is so good. Whereas now I'm kind of like, what do I feel that way about? Like barely anything. Like nothing. No online shooters make me excited anymore. This new Battlefield I thought would be cool, especially with the mode where you can like play like Bad Company 2 maps and stuff. But it's looking like a very very streamlined experience. Anyway, KOTOR, I'm just waiting for the remake, Katie. 2017, no 2015 was a crazy year for games. It was like The Witcher 3, Fallout 4, Bloodborne. There's a couple others as well. Like it was such a mental year for games. But to be honest, every year has been really good for games in my opinion since 2015. I'm trying to think of a bad year. But I'm a bit of a basic bitch when it comes to games sometimes. Like I love Ubisoft games, so there's always something good for me. Jack saying Halo wins this year by default because it's the only big multiplayer release that looks like it will be functional at launch. Yeah, exactly. Red Dead is still popular. That's interesting. That's one thing I will also say. I think because games tech has stagnated so much, like the change between 2000 and 2010 is like ridiculous in terms of like graphics and functionality, but the change between 2010 and 2020 in terms of graphics you can make the argument a lot of change, but in terms of like functionally, like with online multiplayer and like what we play, like FIFA, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Grand Theft Auto, hasn't changed so much. But what I do appreciate now is games can come out and have a life for a long long time, like Rainbow Six Siege. You couldn't have that 10 years ago. You couldn't have a game being out for 6 years, going on 6 years it's coming up to, and it's still being relevant. There just would not exist 10 years ago, which is why like I would love a free to play Battlefield that was actually good, which could have a long life. Like the goal with the World War II one, Battlefield 5, was like to do all these theatres of war. If you made that free to play, which I don't understand why they didn't, make that free to play and just have it going for years and just release everything. Like make your money through microtransactions or whatever. What are we talking about now? the craziest game to me is fucking like, I'm sure you guys have all played this. Like everyone's been playing this. Mario Kart 8 getting in the best selling games of every month for like the last for like the last fucking 7.5 years is the most mental thing. You can't blame Nintendo for not making a new one, but it is very frustrating as someone who's like so good at that game now and has been playing it for so long. I'm just like, give me more, give me more. But to be honest, like games like Mario Kart 8 and like Arkham City, I think are like perfect games. Like I don't know what you could change in these games to make them better. Selling the PS2 was the worst state I made my teenage years, and that's saying something. I actually bought a PS2 again like 6 years ago and like a bunch of games. But the only one I actually really liked playing was the Punisher game. It was like a weird movie tie-in, but like it was like Max Payne and it was super violent. Make BF1 and its DLC free to play. Well, Red Leader, if you buy a PS5, you get it all free, which is nice. It's in the little collection. The Sims 3 was revolutionary and it was also a disaster. Yeah, Sims is something I've literally never been into. I did find out the other day, one of my best friend's girlfriends, like close friends, is a big Sims YouTuber with like 600k subscribers, and he was showing me the channel, and I was like, damn, that's the dream, playing Sims and getting loads of money for it on Twitch and stuff. What made me realise when I played Tetris on Saturday is like, I actually had a lot of fun just playing Tetris on stream, but it's like, man, being a gaming streamer, like, must be so good. Just playing video games and getting paid a shit ton for it. Man, I'd love that so much. No wonder every kid wants to be a gaming streamer. Who? No, let me have a... Katie, I honestly won't know now. I'm going to quickly get on my YouTube, go on my history, see if I can find it. We will support you into the end, Cav. Did I get my capture card? No, I need someone to tell me how to stream video games properly. Hopefully one day. I might just tweet out like who can help me with this. Like what do I need to buy to stream games properly? And then I'd be more up for doing it regularly. But to be honest, I'd be up for playing Tetris and Mario Kart with people, but I don't know how many other games I'd play. Alright, so let's try and find this Sims YouTuber, see if Katie, do you know someone called Steph Zero Sims? That's who it is. Steph Zero Sims lives like literally down the road from me, and my one of my best friends, his girlfriend is really good friends with her. That like he went to his girlfriend's birthday and she was there like last month, and then he said like, yeah, she's like, we were talking about YouTube and he said like, I brought you up, and then I found out she has like 600k subscribers. And we're just looking at her channel and like, fucking hell, like, that is the dream right there. Oh, Katie, she's iconic. She doesn't seem to upload much, though, or Twitch stream. Is she on a break or something? Hickmat, I've only played The Witcher 3, but I've completed it like 4 times. You do need a capture card. The thing is, I have a gaming PC, and I think my brother said there might be actually a capture card in it already. Or was he talking about my old computer? She is so funny. Yeah, so like that was pretty weird. And then he was just like, oh yeah, she gets paid like this much, and she's got like a really nice flat in like this area right next to where we live. And like she just lives on her own, and we're like, oh cool, like, and then she showed me, and I was like, damn, I'm jealous. She just aged, so she just doesn't upload sometimes for ages. Time to destroy my sleep schedule after just getting back to uni. Asia, if it makes you feel better, in first year of uni, thanks to like games like The Witcher 3, I'd stay up all night till like 6 a.m. I only stopped when I started my full-time job in November 2019. And I literally went straight back to it when I quit my job in December 2020. and I still do it today as well. Pro gaming Tetris. Man, I wish. I love Tetris, but watching the pros make me feel so shit. Secret Tetris champion. Yeah, I wish. Alright, what are all the fucking nerds saying about Superman? Where's the IGN one? Okay, is this just me, or do people think IGN like bait stuff about LGBT comic characters just for engagement? I feel like they tweet the same thing loads of times just to bait people into hate comments and hate clicks. Let's see if we can find what we're talking about. Oh, here's a comment I need help with. So basically, I was researching my video today, 2 videos, the Crypto Bro one, which I can do on my own, I don't need help with that. But I'm making a video on the political evolution, mainly of Ethan Klein, because I could do Hatred in general, but Ethan Klein is obviously like, he talks way more. But basically, here's my general view, not on the politics. So basically, he was like this like centrist, anti-SJW kind of like comedian. He was friends with JonTron. Like, JonTron gave his wife a job video editing. And then after that, JonTron had that controversy with Destiny. And I think he moved away from him a bit. But he did go on the podcast and he defended him. So generally, like, he just seemed like a bit of a centrist. And then he started attacking, like, the Quartering and, like, Keemstar a lot. And now he seems like more left-wing. And like even his takes on Israel were a bit centrist, but he's never been like a massive dickhead about Israel in general, even though his wife was in the IDF. So, okay, getting around to my point. If I'm making a video on his political evolution, is there stuff I just shouldn't leave out? Like, what stuff should I not leave out of that video? Because obviously I haven't followed him closely for ages. He's just one of those people I've been aware of for a long time. Have they fucking deleted it or something? Where is this? Bisexual Superman, come out to play. Apparently they're remaking Metal Gear 3. I'm hyped for that. Have they deleted? I honestly think they deleted it. Oh, here it is. I swear they just do this for bait. Just reading some of the comments, just super bigoted shit as usual. Yeah, I do enjoy like the salt from this shit. Like, can you imagine just getting really outraged at this stuff? Even if it is like really cynical pandering, like even if it's like woke capitalism, I still just love it sometimes just for really pissing off anti-SJWs and conservatives. Also, talking about this stuff, I don't know how many of you watched my video yesterday. I'm interested to know what do you think about my theory that... Okay, and also try and help me with this. What is it about being a conservative that seemingly you can't understand political subtext? Like, are you just stupid? Like, how can you not understand District 9? Like, even if you don't know it's about, like, South African apartheid and, like, the refugee crises there, how can you not just know that District 9 is about xenophobia? Or like, that type of stuff? How can you just not know that? So why would you be surprised that the sequel would be, like, woke? Like, or even, like, The Matrix, like... Why would you think, after all you know about the people who made The Matrix, it would be supporting your politics, like right-wing, red pill politics, shit like that? Like, do conservatives genuinely... What about being conservative means you can't understand political subtext or social subtext of art and stuff? I'd honestly want some help with this. Just my notifications. I'm a fucking genius. I do make myself laugh. I won't deny it. Alright, read some more comments now. I'm thinking of Stepho Sims. Well, potentially, Katie, me and Stepho Sims could be best buddies. Since it's like a couple of degrees of separation between me and her. I played Metroid Dread. I can't think of any game in a series that takes place set 19 years for. Yeah, that is pretty well, but no, I probably won't play it, to be honest. The Steam Deck will make the Switch irrelevant. Nah, no way, no way. Switch is so much. The Switch has so much mass appeal, like Animal Crossing, Mario Kart. Mario Kart is in the top 10 selling games every year and every month because people just buy a Switch and buy Mario Kart, or an Animal Crossing as well. Like, you can't. The Steam Deck is still, like, for me, the Steam Deck has no appeal. The Switch has appeal because of the exclusive games. I have a PS5. I have a gaming PC. Why would I buy a Steam Deck? So I can play Call of Duty, lie on my bed and not looking at a screen. Like, you don't need that many handheld systems. I mean, when I used to commute, I used to play the Switch way more, especially on the train. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable bringing the Steam Deck out, to be honest. But it's definitely a cool concept. I would have loved that a couple of years ago. But these days, I'm like, I might go live in another country, so that has its appeal there. But for me, I was saying on my Tetris stream, is like, I would genuinely be happy just having the Switch as my only console if I had to, because there's so much good stuff on there that I haven't touched. And there's so much stuff I enjoy playing, like Splatoon, Mario Kart, Tetris, that I could happily keep myself occupied just with that stuff. And then because I have so many other consoles, I end up not playing it that much. What are we talking about here? Oh, BF1 has a few active Hong Kong servers. That's interesting. BF1 is still very populated on PlayStation. Yeah, XCOM, I've never really played, to be honest. I've wanted to. Mario Kart 64 I never played. My first one was a DS one. Alright. I've just jumped up to where it's going. Meownian, thanks so much for the $7 Canadian. I was just talking about this. Are conservatives just hardcore high school English class flunkies? This is really basically grade 9 stuff. Yeah, thanks so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Yeah, but what do other people think? For real, like, how do they not understand anything? Alright, so where are people replying to me? What's Blue Chew? Metal Gear 3 is the one set in the 60s in Russia. Oh, okay, you're answering my H3 question. Sorry, I forget what I even talk about. IGN only does this shit for baiting people. That's what it feels like. Vape Nation. Okay, that's that stupid comedy video. Basically a sock dem. He's Hassan's friend now. Sam Cedar. He's from Santa Cruz. He's doing a podcast with Hassan. Have I ever ate pizza? Of course I have. He called Israel an apartheid state in one of their videos in Israel like 5 years ago. Okay, like I've been looking at his Israel stuff from a while ago and I couldn't really find much of it. Started to change a couple of years ago and he had Hassan on. Okay, thank you. I'll have a look at that. Yeah, Apex is fine. I like Titanfall 2. The thing with free-to-play games, I'm just not very good at some of them. And Battle Royales are hard. And for me, Battle Royales are quite boring. Like Fortnite or Apex or PUBG, is it called? Tetris 99, why I like it, I said this when I was playing it, it's just like, you're always really engaged with the gameplay, like moment to moment. So it's a lot more fun to just binge that. Yeah, Grady, I think you're drastically overestimating the Steam Deck, to be honest. Nintendo has such a hold on the casual market. Steam is never going to touch it. Like, my girlfriend is not a gamer, but I bought her a Switch and she's played a load of Animal Crossing and Tetris. Like, she's someone who's grown up with games, like, broadly and casually. But the main games a lot of people I know is, especially a lot of girls, because gaming with girls I know in like my friendship circle is not popular, but all of them had the Wii, all of them had the DS, fair few of them have the Switch and stuff. My sister has a Switch. She has no other console. Like I said, my girlfriend has a Switch. Steam Deck is not cracking any of that market. It's not even cracking like a lot of people like me because I don't touch PC gaming. I have a gaming PC. I've never even used Steam. And also Steam's becoming less relevant for a lot of people because if I ever play a PC game now, I'm just looking at Xbox's the Xbox app to play Halo and stuff. A game from Origin. It depends what you're into, Katie. I could give you a million recommendations, but I don't. You like The Sims. That's all I know. The games you like, so I can't really make a good recommendation based on that. It's not even coded in District 9. It's super over. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Lack of critical thinking. Yeah. Black and white morality with willful ignorance. Learn properly. Yeah, I think that as well. This is a good point. I think a lot of that stuff came around when many of them weren't actually paying attention to politics. That's fair as well. They might have watched it when they're dumb teenagers. But again, like District 9, I get the Matrix. District 9, like, come on. That's all it's about. Uncomfortable with being confronted with ethical realities, possibly as well. Steph Sims and Kavernacle collab. Kate, that'd be so funny because like there'd probably be more people who subscribe to me that recognise her than subscribe to her but recognise like me. So then everyone just be like, who the fuck is this guy? That would be funny. Like if I ever bump into a Katie, I'll say like, oh yeah, like some of my or one of my subscribers really likes the channel. Yeah, that's a good point. Bendany saying, why aren't conservatives complaining about Squid Game being woke? Is it because it's Korean? Maybe applies to anime. Yeah, like it's like with Metal Gear. Like people argued with me before that Metal Gear is actually conservative or libertarian, and it's like it's really clear what Metal Gear is, but because of the aesthetic being like over the top, and maybe because it's inspired by Japanese stuff, you just miss it or something. Something easy. Something easy? I don't know, like, I can't think of anything, like, what is something I can recommend to everyone? The thing is, the games I can recommend to everyone, I don't think you can play on PC. Like, I'd recommend Spider-Man on PS4 to everyone. I think everyone would have a good time with that. Tetris Effect, I think anyone can have a good time with if you like Tetris. What else? Tetris Effect. But I love so many different games, like Assassin's Creed. I love all the modern Assassin's Creeds, but I guess I wouldn't recommend them to everyone because they can, especially the newest one, can be quite hard when you start out. But yeah, in terms of like super casual stuff, everything I recommend is Nintendo. I guess like things like Rocket League is one, which is just fun, but like very high skill ceiling. District 9 isn't even subtext. I have the urge to put my hood up. Take my hat off. I'm a proud PC gamer. I think 1984 was actually about gamers, to be honest, because gamer oppression is actually pretty crazy. I think it's gotten worse, to be honest. Like with what they're doing to Battlefield, they're just oppressing us so badly. Sorry, in some more stuff. No, I'm not saying PC gaming is becoming irrelevant. I'm saying PC gaming will never make a dent in Nintendo's sales, basically. But aren't all the GPUs being used for Bitcoin mining anyway? The forest looks scary. That's the cannibal one. Yeah, Odyssey. Yeah, I have like 100 and something hours. I actually have 180 hours in Valhalla though. I went back to Odyssey because I had the PS5 upgrade. I'm really hyped for the Discovery Tour for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I love those modes, like the history modes. Yeah, Grady. I was when we used to play the new Call of Duty during our lockdown in the UK. Me, my two brothers, and my cousin would play it. My little brother would be on a PC, so we'd have to cross-play even though we had console, and it was just the worst experience. Just getting wrecked by people with mouse and keyboard. Grow your hair out down to your shoulders. My hair is too thick. I can't. It will just grow like an afro. It won't grow like down. Otherwise, I maybe would consider it. Best litmus test is Starship Troopers. Ask your friends what they think about after they watch it. Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe. Okay, Starship Troopers is different. I'd say V for the Vendetta maybe as well. I'm about to impress some gamers. Damn, we're all gonna get oppressed one day. Grand Commander Cav will lead us to the Tetris motherland. Yeah, all of us just like singing the Tetris theme tune, that Russian song. Do I think China would be justified? Literally, the only good thing China does is oppress gamers. That's literally the only thing, only justified thing it does. Oh man, my hair is so long. I'm getting it shaved on Thursday for sure. Yeah, Blade Runner has obviously racism and slavery and stuff. Phasmophobia. That's all the leftist Twitch streamers all play together all the time. Blade Runner 2049 is awesome. Yeah. My favourite movie. Saw it in IMAX when it came out. I saw it in the cinema a couple months ago. Double bill. The last 15 minutes, like the sound, oh, so good. Just that soundtrack by the Seawall when he's fighting Love, the other replicant. Cheers to the stream, Cav. See you next time. Keep it up, legend. Thanks so much, Jack. Appreciate you participating. I know you have my back with the Tetris gang. Is Blade Runner our future? I mean, it did some good predictions. I mean, Blade Runner 2049 will probably be like what the world looks like in 2149, but I don't think it's wrong. What's Blue Chew? It's been a bit of a grind, to be honest. Like, I want the next chocolate orange. I had one when I was streaming Tetris on Saturday, but I need the next one. I got 500 more subs. The thing is, what's happening? Like, okay, most of you guys aren't YouTubers, and it's something I've had to learn to deal with this year. Is like the spikes and the downtime are so hard to predict. Like when I look at my videos that do well. Most of the time, it's just I'm gonna get my channel up. It's just so fucking unpredictable what does well and what does bad. Like I was sure my video yesterday, and it's doing fine. I was sure it would do better than it did. You know, you can't always predict these things, but it's like here. Let's move this a bit. So if I'm looking at my channel, quick, let's make my a bit smaller. So it's like what does well or does bad. Like for example. I thought this Hunter Avalone one would do better, but then the 4 from God of War, the fat guy, where is it there? That did 51k. I'm like, that is so strange. Like that did so well, but then it's like a lot of that I put in a lot of work in don't do so well. But then it's just like I want a bit of a come down from the Shang-Chi one and that doing really well. And to be honest, you just got to grind it out sometimes. Like I aim to hit 10k with every video. And I pretty much do that. My worst video of the last couple of weeks was this Reagan one. 9.4. It is what it is, really. 8.9 for the Riverdale one. You can see in the corner there. But yeah, like it's like you have these little waves. Like a couple months ago, it was the JonTron and Grimes videos, 102k and 124. And then like, you know, Amazing Atheist, 48. Anita Sarkeesian, 26. Some other little ones like 20k for Lauren Southern one, 21. This was a good couple of weeks. But then like yeah, just It's like tomorrow I'm doing one about crypto bros, and it's like an Elon Musk. But I literally have no idea how it's going to do. In my expectation, it'll probably just hit 10k within 2 days, right? I don't think it'll be that good. But then generally, you never know. Like this one about the memes did 21k. Annoyingly demonetized, so I made about 10 quid off that video. But but yeah, like I have a healthy relationship with it now. But what I guess you don't get prepared for when you do YouTube is how you have to view things. My relationship with it, especially now the money is a bit better as well, is just like it's healthier in general. But yeah, like it's this is a whole year's worth of work really. Like where does it start? I had to delete a couple of videos just because of copyright stuff. But yeah, starts there really, and then it's yeah, a whole year. But then like it's just like different phases of content as well. Like I don't cover the anti-fash stuff as much, but I'm happy to go back to it. It's just what I'm really in the mood for just changes, and I just get random ideas sometimes. The one thing I will say, one thing I wish I was better at is my relationship with my content is really unhealthy in the sense that once I do something, I just forget it, and I don't view these things as having any long-lasting impact. When it's not true, because sometimes I'll go back to the videos and I'll be like, oh shit, like that's got way more views than I remember it having. So let me have a look if I'm surprised by any views I'm looking at right now. Like something that I hadn't thought about in a while, just having loads of views. So like this one, like this Gal Gadot Israel one, like 63k. I haven't even thought about that in like months and months and months. And then yeah, nothing really else is that surprising. I do keep up to date with how well my videos are doing. But yeah, like it's just like unhealthy in that I just feel like once I do it, it's done and that's it, and I just move on. I mean, it's good and bad. It's good because when a video does bad, I just forget it. But when a video does good, I don't enjoy it. I don't just like be like, oh wow, that video did good. Like you should be proud of yourself, and like yeah, it's a bit of an unhealthy relationship, I think. But I've gotten so much better at it. Like I don't get upset if a video does bad. I just use that as motivation for the next one. But then it's sometimes. But what I will say is like when you're on your downward turn a bit, like I was riding high with a lot of this stuff, and now my views have not been as good last, let's say 2 weeks and a bit. But then like, then maybe in 2 weeks' time I'll have this video that will get like 50k, and then I'll be feeling great again. So who knows? Like my H3 video, in my head I'm like that should do well. That at minimum that should get 20k. But you really just don't know, and that's the hard thing sometimes. Because I'm watching a lot of videos right now, and it's Tuesday, and I'm not recording this video till Friday, and I've got another one to record tomorrow, and obviously like another stream on Thursday. So like, sometimes it's a bit annoying. Sometimes when you do like the Hunter Avalone video, I put loads of effort into, and then you wish it does a bit better. But maybe with the ones you put more effort into, they have more longevity or something. I don't know. Halo announcer is base. He did say trans rights, didn't he? I'm sorry, Cav. I tried to watch. My life has been a hellhole lately. No, that's no problem. I'm not telling everyone to watch. I know most people here watch a lot of my stuff anyway. Yeah, I'm hyped for June, June, whatever. I'd say Sand June. Would I say Sand Dune? Yeah. Anyway, I'm hyped for it. It looks fucking weird though. Rogue One has a game. There's not a Rogue One game. There's a Rogue Squadron game. Jealous you saw it in IMAX. Yeah, it was sick. You got to see the movies you are hyped for in IMAX. Like, it's just like it's only a bit more, and it's just really worth it to be honest. Hey, I can't pronounce your name, but thanks for joining for the first time. Riverdale is insanity. Yeah, my sister watches it, and we talk about it sometimes. It does sound crazy. Loads more stuff. The movie Platoon wasn't political. It was a movie about the dudes in the jungle. Yeah, they actually say that though. Where do we start on the victims of Capitalism Memorial Foundation? I bet there's something like that already. Katie, are you sure that's not Battlefront 1 or Battlefront 2? Because they have a Scarif map. I don't remember an individual game. Yeah, the weirdness of Dune. Just the aesthetic. Like, why do they all have fucking shields on when they're hitting each other? Dune's gonna flop though. I feel it already. It's gonna flop. I'm not saying it'll be bad, but I think it'll be flop. I think it'll be a flop. The funny thing about Blade Runner 2049 is apparently the head of the studio said sorry to Denis Villeneuve and saying it wasn't his fault because he loved the movie, but he said they marketed it wrong, and they overestimated the Blade Runner brand basically. What is the shield stuff in June? I don't understand. But why are they all wearing it? Even when there's that scene on the trailer, Josh Brolin is fighting with Timothée Chalamet. Why do shields pop up when they hit each other? I just don't understand. Like, the thing is, it's got a really good cast, but I don't think it has like a good enough cast to make people go and see it. Like, you need that one actor as the main character to get people to see it. You need someone like, I don't know, at the very least someone like Chris Evans or like one of the Marvel people, to draw people in. Really, I think, or just get someone like the more normie casuals to come see it. I saw a couple of Blade Runner ads. It will do well. I mean, I want to see it first. Hans Zimmer didn't work on Tenet because he wanted to do June, so we'll see. Well, James Bond did really well in the UK. I mean, actually, he is really good, actually. Oscar Isaac, yeah, I really like him, but I don't think he's bringing a lot of people who wouldn't see it otherwise. Bullets are obsolete in June. Okay. It looks weird though. When's it out in the UK? I want to see it. Get me to the IMAX screening. I got to hear it. The UK doesn't count as part of the world. Funnily enough, it's weird. Like, the UK is a country that like really, really documents its game sales and film like profits a lot more than most individual nations, which is interesting. Hi Rachel, thanks for joining the stream. Sorry, I'm just reading some comments. Shocked, yeah. Yeah, James Bond always does well in the UK. Pretty much the only film I ever go see him with my dad. But what else do I want to talk about? Can't can't really think, to be honest. In terms of like content this year, I'm gonna super ramp it up over Christmas. Only to make that Christmas bag, because in Christmas, the ads, the money you get for ads goes up like crazy. So I might try and upload like 5 times a week, but I might just do stream clips for 2 of the videos. But then it means I have to plan my streams a bit better, like really motivate myself to actually talk about something. Whereas these days, I just grab a story, but like, I'll talk about, I'll just read the chat. Yeah, James Bond is a classic go see with your dad film. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I actually like Daniel Craig because of how much he hates James Bond. I mean, he's a bit wishy-washy. I think he does like it, really. I do like Daniel Craig, though. I haven't read any Dune books. Dune books. My favourite tanky, how's it going? Yeah, not bad, not bad. People get dressed up nice to see James Bond movie. I saw it in IMAX. I didn't see anyone dressed up nice. I was wearing a hoodie. Yeah, I'll see. I'm gonna try and be a bit more structured, but maybe just like a shortish 10-minute video that I did on stream or something, and then I'll just in January I'll go back to 3 videos a week, 2 streams maybe. Both Dalton and Moore despise Bond as a character and person. Yeah, Bond's a pretty shitty person generally. Bond is doing bad because it's woke. I mean, I really doubt that. I mean, it's not even woke. It's fucking propaganda for MI6, man. Because you have a black 007 who's a woman, but it's not James Bond. Yeah, I don't know. Like, fiction reading I don't really do anymore. Like, the last fiction books I read were Philip K. Dick books about, like, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep and Man in the High Castle. I haven't watched much Bond, to be honest. Like, Pierce Brosnan and Sean Connery are the only ones I've seen, actually. It's woke in the same way that CIA commercial was. That's what I said in my video about James Bond a couple of weeks back. But, yeah, new James Bond is good. I'd recommend. It's from the director of the first season of True Detective, so, yeah, Kanto, I might talk about it, but I'm probably a bit too late to it now, to be honest. Like, I should have done it on Monday. I don't know why I didn't. I literally don't. Sometimes my brain just doesn't operate in a normal way. Because I was thinking that after, I was like, I should have talked about it on Monday, and I was like, why didn't I? And I was like, this video I made on Monday could have been my video on Wednesday because it's not time sensitive. But then, like, I leave it too long, and then what am I meant to say? Really, it's been covered so much. Sean Bean as a Bond villain. Yeah, I like that. He was 006, wasn't he? Casino Royale's really good. Bring back Sean Bean. Yeah, he was just transphobic in his stand-up, and then he's just saying about, like, cancel culture and all this shit. Yeah, Timothy Dalton in Hot Fuzz. Damn, I'm getting tired now. Right, how long have we been going? Give me 1 sec. Is Mass Effect good? I like Andromeda, but most people rave about the original trilogy. So yeah, I guess a lot of people recommend Mass Effect. For Nicki Minaj, Little Mix drama. Yeah, like that person, Jesse whatever, of Little Mix, it clearly is like, is it called blackfishing or whatever? Like, it's crazy. Like, she's portraying herself as like racially ambiguous, and it's just like, I don't know how she thinks that's okay. Like, with everything, like the really really dark tan, the hair, like she literally really does look like mixed race when she in real life is a really really pale white person. Ariana Grande does it as well. So yeah, like it is bad, but maybe not my place to make a big video on it. Really, Nicki Minaj is just crazy though. Also, isn't she like married to a rapist and her brother is a rapist as well? Um, Jessie seems like trash. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for her for all the hate she gets about being like, she's not even overweight. She's just like a bit bigger than the other people in Little Mix who are so skinny. But the hate is really bad. Yeah, the the Adele pics in the Jamaican flag bikini top. Yeah, that was so funny. I don't follow celebs. My life is better without them. I don't really, but when you're online so much, it just all fucking appears, and you can't escape it really. Um, fuck, I'm getting tired. I've just been sitting in front of my computer all day. I normally exercise a lot, but I was so fucking tired after football last night. People will never know the adrenaline you get after playing five-a-side football league. It does make you feel good when you play well, though. Makes you feel shit when you play shit. Although, I get depressed about my fucking knees. I'm 26 nearly, and I feel like an old man. I'm gonna be like Hassan Paiko, just who keeps complaining about his back all the time. Probably need to go to a fucking physio instead of like fucking squatting heavy weights all the time. um, what position do I play? When I used to play like semi-pro 11 aside, I don't know. I used to play left midfield, maybe like left wing, but I played loads of positions. I played wing back, anything on the wing really. Even though I feel I'm way better in midfield, five aside is just like, even though it's like a refereed league and it's competitive, obviously at five aside is like, you've basically got to play not all the positions, but like you've got to rotate more. So I'd say what I've gotten a lot better at. I used to be really quick, but I destroyed my knee ligaments in like 2019. So I've lost a bit of speed just because I'm just scared of hurting my knees. But I've gotten way better at passing. But I've always been really good at tackling. Really, is my main thing. Like, because I just get very physical. Not in a fouly way, but like I get very aggressive when I play football, in a calm way. Like I'm very up for like the physical battle and getting the ball. But yeah, I've changed my game a lot as I've gotten older. Just more passing and being more comfortable on the ball, like more composed. Because a lot of people aren't that good at stuff. Hey Rexim, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Tim Drake is by as well. Yep. I like Tim Drake in Arkham, to be honest. What streaming 8 hours a day does. Yeah, if I was Hassan, I'd just grab my phone and start streaming on my bed. Cricket is still big in the UK. Yeah, cricket is massive in the UK, but like the problem is, as opposed to like some Caribbean countries and like Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, cricket is like, I'd say, let's say football is clearly the most popular sport. Then I'd go for rugby, and then cricket, probably. Like people, I mean, cricket in terms of like people play it. Like tennis is probably more popular than cricket, but in terms of like organized like leagues and sports and shit like that, I think cricket would be third. Yeah, but rugby and football are the most popular. But I've only really ever played football, to be honest. Like I played rugby a bit in school. I'm just too much of. I'm just not a nutcase I'm just not crazy enough to play rugby, to be honest. You got to be well up for it. I only just clocked I got two Blade Runner posters. I actually got 4 in my room. I just took, because the good thing about going to the cinema, they used to just give you a bunch of shit to make you keep coming. So yeah, I got 2 there, and I got another 2 over there, which you guys don't see. And then I got my Cyberpunk stuff, 2077 there. I got my Man in the High Castle thing. That's my exercise bike. There's my Mr. Robot mask. It's a bunch of pictures and shit. Kavernacle, yeah, exactly. Most kids play both. I mean, most kids in the UK don't play rugby, I'd say. Everyone plays football. But yeah, there's lots of local cricket teams. As a British Bangladeshi dude, I dislike cricket and I prefer football. Yeah, that is a weird thing, but yeah, like, it's just a cultural thing for Indians, Bangladeshis, and Pakistanis. Like, cricket is so much bigger. It's crazy, and it's crazy to me. Like, obviously, football's like the global sport, but that part of the world is just so bad at it. China, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. It's just crazy. There's so many people in those countries, and they're just so bad at football. Where like a country like Iceland, which has like 300k people, maybe like 400k now, is actually really good at football. Rugby is a bit posher. Rugby union is posher. Rugby league isn't, but that's like a northern sport. Anyway, toxic football gamer. Yeah, I'll show you. Wait, when did I post it? I posted it ages ago, but here's me when I was 18, doing some sick skill. Nah, I'm messing. Where is it? This is. I got so bored. Okay, right. I got so bored during the first lockdown. I was just practicing my keep ups. My knee was still fucked then though. Like my knee just. I'm an old fucking man. So here's me just doing. So basically, this was during the first lockdown in the UK, and you literally couldn't do anything. So there's a little green by my house. So I just go set up these cones. It's actually quite fun, to be honest. And I would just go up and down, seeing how long I could just dribble with the ball, but keep it up the whole time. So I got pretty good at it. Well, I'm really good at keep ups anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But that's when I was still playing semi-pro football. So I didn't know how long COVID's going to go on for. So I thought like keep in football shape, keep doing all this stuff. But then yeah, like just my knee's just been so dodgy for so long. Like here's me. This is when I was 18. Oh, this is dirt. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's lovely. Like, look at that skill. Look at that. A little nice little chip through ball. There's one of my mates. So me and my friend, we started that team when we were 18. Let's have a look again. Look at this. Look at this skill. Wait, here we go. Wait, here I come. Oh, little. Oh, he's done. I've done him. Oh, there we go. Little turn of pace as well. Lovely. one more for all the Kavernacle simps. Dun dun dun. Oh look, he's coming. No, alright. We're gonna comment on it. Look. Alright, so look, 5th. Alright, so I think I get the tackle in first. Look, he's coming. He touches the ball. Here I come. Big bulldozer. All 6'2", 180 pounds coming in. Oh, look at that. Oh, see you later, mate. Off I go. Try and do a nice little chip. Oh, it doesn't work, but look, it's all right. Look, watch this beautiful play, right? This one-touch football, 2013. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, it don't get much better. So I was the captain, and then my other mate was the manager. And then, yeah, here's me just doing like more keep ups. But yeah, like it's weird getting nostalgic for this time, like first lockdown. Just didn't. Oh, I guess I was a bit happier because I'm just a bit more depressed about the world and like what this sort of thing has done. But just like doing like little shit things like this. Obviously, what was so good about lockdown is when I'm doing these keeping uppies here, I think I was on like below 8k subscribers. So it's just crazy to think now I'm on like nearly 45, and that was like a year and a half later, and it's changed so much. But it's all because of this, because I had more time to like after work. So I was working full time, 40 hours a week, but after work I just stay up and make YouTube videos, and you know I'd exercise as well. But then there's not much else to do. You can't go out. I couldn't go to football training anymore. I'd come exercise in the garden. It was you know the start of spring, so it was nice enough weather. So I just thought, let's see my best score. I actually did a better one than this. This is one of my better ones. Just to see how long I could do it for. But yeah, I got really good at it. I've always been good. I took one time. I was never that good at it when I was younger. But then I remember one holiday we went to Spain, and we were quite far away from anything. So I just practice every day. So the really trick is, if you guys don't know football, like what you've got to do is keep it spinning towards you. So it's always better to do little keep ups. Yeah, it's always better to see that what I'm doing is like you want it small and spinning towards you. Because if you just do it like, you might see it like that a bit more. That's just like give myself a little break. But like, yeah, you want to keep spinning it. And what people often do when they start out is they just like kick it really high up and try and keep it up. But that's really, you know, a bad way to. If you play football, you want to practice. Like I'm your absolute like, you know, kung fu master. So like if you see us like, bosh bosh bosh, yeah, like a little break there. You can use your knees if it's going out of control. But yeah, I love football. Like I was really good when I was a kid. When I was like 12 years old, I was really good in defense. But then I just fucking hated it. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I started playing football when I was 5, like for a team, and I had like a really insane manager when I was about 11 to 13. I hated him, but he scared me so much. He made me play really good. It's kind of like Whiplash, the Kavernacle story. But then he just made me really hate playing football. So then what happened is when I was I think 14, I just quit, and I just played for the school. Look, there's me. When was that? Now I'm finding the old pictures. Oh yeah, man. Like the best thing about football is you just get in such good shape. I wasn't obviously looking for this photo, but it's just like nice to do an exercise and you just like easily put on the muscle, like especially ab stuff, which is obviously the hardest to often get because you're trying to burn all the fat. But yeah, like I said, lockdown has just made my relationship with junk food so bad. I'm fine in the week, but can't control myself at the weekend. Not playing football doesn't help. I feel the fucking same right now. Because like, yeah, I would pay money to look like this again. It's always like my knees fucked as well. Like, I can't run anymore like I used to. So what was annoying is I got really good shape to, this is actually interesting. This was the day before lockdown, but then I actually looked even better in November last year because the lockdown lifted, but then the lockdown came back again. It was Christmas. So I'm complaining here about not looking good, but a couple months later, I actually look better than that. So then it's just me talking football with other people. That's my injury. Like I did at football training. Fucking hurt. I don't know. You guys probably can't see it now, but I said it on Twitter. Like, so I got. Is it what eyebrow is it actually? Wait, I think it's this one. Wait, I can see in the photo. Yeah, it's this one. So you probably can't see it that well, but I have it there, a scar, and then I have a broken nose, which I don't think is that obvious, but I don't even which nose. I think it's this side, and then I have a little scar on my nose as well. But basically, like, it was such a stupid thing. Is basically there was this. What even was it? It was like the goal was connected to like this fence, and no, actually, it wasn't even that. I was just defending in training. I just smacked my head on the fucking post, and it was like square shape instead of round, so it had an edge to it, and I broke my nose and cut over my head. It was actually the fucking worst. But yeah, that wasn't fun. Wasn't fun. Just type in the Kavernacle football, you find all this shit. But let's read some comments. Oh, thanks so much, Josh. I've just seen this super chat. $5. Can you do a video on the anti-SJW reaction to the Cowboy Bebop live action on Netflix? Josh, keeping it honest with you, I won't do that just because it's really old now, like old news. Maybe when it comes out, if they freak out even more, which they probably will, I'll have a look at it. But no, thanks so much for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm reading some... Cricket is the Commonwealth equivalent to baseball. Everyone here thinks it's really boring. I love baseball, but I think they're both boring. USA is the best at women's soccer. They are, but I think it's changing a bit now. Didn't they lose to Canada? Ron saying, come from Pakistani family, so I've grown up with cricket, but I've never been a massive fan, plus I hate the politics in cricket. I don't know much about the politics in cricket, but yeah, obviously Pakistan, India, absolutely mad about it. Toshic, you're probably gone now, but appreciate a nice comment. To be fair though, Canada got some good players now. Is it Timothy? Not Timothy Weir plays for America. Who's it? Jonathan David and Alfonso Davids, I think. They're both really good. Russell T Davis is back. Yeah, for Doctor Who. I haven't watched Doctor Who since the first Peter Capaldi episode, and I really didn't like it. High level. Exactly. Lamar, Cav watching his own highlights and getting super into it. Yeah, I'm reliving the glory days. Kavernacle got skills. Yeah. A Halo fan. I think I started watching your vids maybe a year ago in the middle of our first lockdown. Yeah, like my channel really took off in January this year, but I hit 10k in August last year. And I think my channel was just doing a lot better then. Those moves, I'm burning with envy. I'm sure you're joking. Thinking you meant other football. How's field hockey there? Women are like British women are really good at field hockey. I don't see as many men play it, but I think Britain are good at the male and the female versions. I played lacrosse. Loads of people play lacrosse in university, which is the only place in the UK you're going to play lacrosse. Reading some more stuff. Samurai were gay as AF. Someone was saying that in the Discord today, actually. Daniel Craig likes that Bond money. Yeah, for sure he does. That's probably why he keeps doing it, even though he says he hates it. All right. What is this? Oh shit. It's Kavernacle first hour, boys. Fucking yes, it is. Wait, where is the... Oh, shit. Give me 1 second. Why do I always put a 0 instead of the closed brackets? I have my top chat. What is going on with the live chat? It's just not showing. Alright, let's go to this one. So Raxum saying, man, I have such a love-hate relationship with Far Cry 6. The cringiest character is Juan, holy fucking cow. One of the Guerrilla NPC wore a Juan tank top with style with shade art. Yeah, I haven't got to the gorillas yet, but Raxum, I hate the way they keep saying gorilla and just talking about fucking gorillas, or gorillas as we call them in English. all the fucking time, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. It's such like a liberal game talking about careers. Oh my god, it's just annoying. But yeah, I want to actually play some now. I think I'll go off and play some Far Cry with my crazy fucking long hair. Oh man, long day. I actually got to get up semi early tomorrow as well, which isn't fun. I just like staying up all night. But yeah, tomorrow's video will be about crypto bros, and Elon Musk. I need to find some influencers who talk about crypto all the time. Get all this stuff up. All right, that I think we will leave it there. Stream for about 2 hours, I think. Go fuck up some Imperials. Gotta go fuck up some Imperials. Adios, folks. Are you playing Skyrim or something? Thanks for stream, no problem. But yeah, thanks to the regulars. Saw a couple new people as well, so I appreciate you all coming to the stream. And then yeah, tomorrow Crypto Bros video. Thursday another stream. Friday, hopefully my Ethan Klein stream, and then yeah, and then just another week on the horizon after that. This week, is anyone else feeling like this week is going super long and it's only Tuesday? I can't wait to see you rip Crypto Bros. Why do people watch cricket and not play it? I think because playing cricket is a bit boring. Oh, you're playing Squadrons, the Star Wars game. I haven't played that yet. It looks interesting though. Dogecoins, yeah. Anyway, yeah, thanks so much for all coming to the stream. Watch yesterday's video if you haven't.